Alright, hopefully the 10th time is a charm here. I have not been able to get this stupid thing going. And let me just wait and confirm. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay in getting that going. Hans Boone, how are you, sir? Good evening. We are here in Anguilla, and I'm taking a look today at the good old Super Decathlon. This is such a cool little airplane. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I actually just got this plane a couple 2-3 days ago and started doing some video stuff with it, and it's now starting to feel pretty familiar, and it's just a cool little airplane. And so I don't know if anybody's able, I posted the stream late, so I don't know if anybody's able to join to actually fly along with us. But in any event, what we'll do is we will fly this cool little airplane and have us a good time. So let's go. Let's go. Rotating beacon on, mixture and prop, full forward, master and battery switches on, avionics master coming on. So this is from ORBX, this little thing, and it is, and I have never been interested in tail draggers. I found one cool tail dragger in the sim, which is the what was it? I can't even think of it right now. It's that older one, the classic that I was flying for a while there. Really cool old big radial engine twin. And so I've never really been that interested in tail draggers. That was a cool plane, is a cool plane. And I've never been interested in aerobatics. So these are like, this plane is like two things that I'm not really interested in. And it is a great little airplane. And I tell you what, with this G3X system, it's even cooler. Just a really neat little airplane. So let's crack the throttle here. We are, I believe, well, let's turn the ignitions on. Look outside, make sure there's nobody to kill or maim. And let's hold a fuel pump on. Let's do that. And let's get it going. And there we go. Let's see, let's bring the manifold pressure up here. And oil pressure is good. Let's turn the fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is good. Lean the mixture here. Having strobe lights coming on. Alright, so we are good to go. Take a look outside here. And it's just a fun little airplane. Osvaldo, what's going on? Alright. Look forward to seeing you back. So it's just a really cool little airplane. I've got the head... You know what? I'm going to turn the headphone simulation off so that we can hear... I just left that on because I've been flying bigger airplanes. This is a little better. Let me know if this sound is good, guys, or if anything needs to be turned up or down, either voice-wise or airplane-wise. And so, let's release the parking brake here. And let's go do a little flying. Test our brakes. This is kind of a neat little airplane. It is obviously a tail dragger, but in this configuration, oil pressure is kind of low, but I think it's because I got the power back. Awesome, Hans, thank you. And but with this cockpit, with this glass cockpit, I mean, this is a pretty snazzy little airplane. Only thing I can't figure out is how to get my landing lights to turn on with my... Peter Jude, we are at... Let me write that in the... Hey, Bob, what's going on? We are at TQPF. This is Anguilla, and you should see in the description the airports we're going to. So TQPF is where we are. TNCM is where we're going, and what is a lot of traffic around? There is a lot of traffic around. But this is just a hoot of a little airplane. Hey, aviation dude, what's going on? This is a hoot of a little airplane to fly. And I've been talking to the developer the last couple of days, just because I had questions about the plane. And it's just awesome. It's a neat little plane. I think anybody who gets this plane is going to be pretty happy with it. Oh, no way. That's awesome. Alright, runway is clear. There's no flaps. We don't have to worry about that. You have to turn the fuel pump on. Mixture and prop full forward. So let's go do some flying here. And bring the power in slowly. You gotta be careful, because then bring the power in nice and slowly, and then bring the nose down. And my chair just wiggled, which does not help. Alright, there we go. Hans Boone in the 152, that's awesome. That is cool, Hans. Alright, we'll bring the prop back here a little bit to 25. And start making our turnout. And what's fun about this plane is that it, I mean, you can fly it like a... That's right, low and slow it is. You can fly this plane like a Cub. I mean, it's faster than a Cub. But I mean, you can fly this as just a fun little, you know, runabout. Bring the power back here, 23. Bring the props back to 2300. So you can fly this as a pretty, kind of a laid-back little runabout, but it's also, like you can see, you know, pretty technologically advanced plane and pretty quick. I mean, it will, this thing will get going. And let's see here, just trimming this out. And well, let's see here. I'll show you real quick what's fun about this plane. Dead stick, what's going on? We're doing great. I'm just showing you guys what's kind of fun about this airplane. Watch this. Just flying along, having a good time. Nice relaxing flight from Anguilla to St. Martin, and and we roll it. So USA East aviation dude run the USA East servers. So that's kind of what's fun about this plane, is it's like it's just, I don't know, you wouldn't expect it to be as it's super nimble. It's super nimble, and I have no idea how to do any aerobatics at all, and I've never been interested in aerobatics, but what I'm trying to figure out now is how to do those rolls without losing altitude, which I'm not very successful at. Also not very successful flying the plane from the outside. Hey Flipper, how are you doing? Good to see you. So I probably shouldn't do any more of those rolls before I get back up to a little bit of altitude here. I'm gonna write the server in the chat here. So I don't have a whole lot of experience flying this plane. But it is a good time. And I love this livery. I just think that's a cool looking little airplane. I really do. So we'll do this is going to be a little bit adventurous. You've got to fly this thing with a lot of precision, and landing tail wheels is different. Flipper, yeah. Drop some hints, you know. Knowing most dads, he's probably distracted by all kinds of stuff and not thinking it, you know. Yeah, it is a tail dragger, and it's a cool little one. So it's the great thing about it is it flies exactly to the numbers it's supposed to fly to. So like the any difficulty you'll notice in the landing is the fault of the pilot, not the airplane. And I don't think there is any rudder trim in this, which is a little bit of a bugger, because it would be nice to have some rudder trim. And you can open this window in flight too, by the way. Do not open above 130 knots. What is... Hey Deadstick, I appreciate that, thanks a lot. What is pilot training like? Pilot training is it's fun. It's also nerve-wracking, you know. It's challenging. Flight training is a lot of fun, but it's the thing about flight training is it will challenge you in all kinds of ways. You'll go through moments in flight training where you think you're the greatest pilot in the world, and you'll go through moments in flight training where you think, how can anybody possibly even let me near an airplane? I am a complete fool. It's just, and every pilot goes through that. And so I've done 2 check rides in my life. I did my private pilot check ride and my instrument rating check ride, and both times the night before, I was just absolutely dead convinced there was no chance I was going to make it, and that the examiner was going to laugh at me and wonder who on earth thought I could have been a pilot. And both times I did just fine. But flight training is up. It's a roller coaster, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And when you get done with it, when you get on the other side of it, you understand, because like a lot of the people around me, a lot of the pilots around me, were all telling me it's not so bad, it's not so bad. So 80 knots is what I'm looking for right here. And I gotta come back on the power because I need to descend a little bit. And once you get through it, you kind of realize that it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. So there's one red. That's good enough for me. Alright, so here's the trick with this thing. Watch this. Alright, so 80 knots. So you got to touch down at about 70 knots. What you want is about 80 knots and 400 feet per minute on the descent. And when you've made the runway, you just pull the power. So right here I've made the runway. I can make this runway with no power. So you just pull the power all the way out, and then you just follow the airspeed down. And what I mean by that is just don't let the airspeed drop too. Just don't let it drop below your target. That was a little bit, I mean, about as easy as a, it's about as easy as a landing gets, and I still had a little trouble. Oh, tail wheel draggers. Tail draggers are a lot of fun to fly. They're challenge. Because the thing with the tail draggers, you're flying it when you're on the ground. Alright. Bring the power in nice and slowly. Alright. That's the thing with the tail draggers, you're flying it when it's on the ground. And it can be a little bit adventurous. Yeah, Dead Stick, you're right. I mean, but that's, I think every manifold pressure back to 25, bring the props back to 25. I think everybody who's been through flight training has been through kind of the mental ups and downs, you know. But you also have like breakthrough moments in flight training where you've been trying to figure something out for so long and you can't figure it out, and then all of a sudden it clicks. And that's fun stuff. Oh, that is a beautiful shot right there. Alright, let's come power back, and the power and the manifold pressure in particular is pretty sensitive on this plane too. Blue Star Line. You know what, Blue Star? I'm sorry. I saw your comment the other day, and I just haven't had a chance to get back. I've not experienced that. I've not experienced that. I mean, I would check, like, I would try running different scalings, like ×2, ×3, ×4, or like scaling it down a little bit if you've got it at like ×4. And why is my sim frozen right now? Please don't do this to me. Okay, that was a pretty serious pause right there. That was a huge pause. I don't know if you guys just saw that. It was like about a 10-second pause. Alright. There is the capital of French St. Martin. What is that? ADF Designs, what's going on? That's a cool little plane too. Alright, so let me see here. Clifford, we just left St. Martin, Princess Juliana in St. Martin. Do I have perhaps my fuel not balanced? No, it's balanced. I'm getting this like left tip. That's probably P factor. Let's see what else we got here. You're welcome, Clifford, gladly. Gladly. One thing pilots love talking about is flying. That's the... Oh, cool. You meet us in St. Barts. Good stuff. Yeah, Dead Stick. I mean, I suppose it's probably like anything that you're learning, right? And for me, what is this all about? For me, learning to fly the tail dragger, this is HD. Learning to fly the tail dragger is quite a oh, airport code is, they're all in the description, but the one we just left is TNCM, and the one that we're going to is TFFJ. That was funny. I'm looking down at my iPad, and just a little bit of a movement on the yoke, and that thing rolls. Okay, let's do something fun. Do 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 do. Power out. And look at the, I mean, you can basically, this is like a, I mean, this is, whoopsie. This is a good 70-degree turn, I'd say. I mean, if you can learn to fly these turns consistently. So, no, definitely never done anything like that. Yeah, I mean, I fly like Piper Cherokees and a Cessna 150, so you can't really do anything like that. And the most you would be able to do, you can do spins in the Cessna 150, but I have no intention of ever doing one. If I ever wind up in a spin in a Cessna 150, it's by accident. I prefer straight and level flight. Which is why this airplane's so much fun. Yeah, dead stick, I totally agree, actually. I totally agree. This landing is going to be interesting. There's suction player ADSC over there, aviation dude. But this airplane is just fun. And we're only like 10 days away from Flight Sim 24. I haven't even pre-ordered my copy. Dude, yeah, the air. I thought that picture would be kind of funny. I kind of like that one, actually. Alright. So, I was just, when I took that picture, I was just flying along upside down, and I was like, Let's take a picture of this. Andres, hello, sir. Videos on performance, very interesting. Been using the map enhancement tool. But, yeah, you know what? And that's exactly what those are, Andres. Those are, because the map, the map images, the satellite images, when they for the sim, Asobo processes them and makes them you know, and clears up the clouds and all that stuff, and the map enhancement mod does not do that, and that's why you get that. So basically, Andres, there's nothing you can really do about that. It's like the one drawback of the map enhancement mod. Just nothing you can do about it. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Oh, we'll definitely be doing some more fluffer. We're just getting started. We'll be flying for another hour. I intend for this to be a full stop landing. Yeah, Dead Stick, I feel the same way. I feel exactly the same way. I just haven't, I haven't even looked at buying the, like, looked at whichever version I'm gonna buy. I haven't even looked. Like, I haven't pre-ordered nothing. So, alright. Let me trim this out at 80 knots here. Got one. Oh, you know, aviation dude, I was worried about the same thing actually. I was worried that they were going to bring it out when I was on vacation. Thankfully they didn't. Alright, so I have one successful tailwind landing, or tail wheel landing in St. Bart's. It was not in this airplane. So, alright, mixtures and props, pull forward. I never turned my fuel pump off. Fuel pump is on. Yeah, I think you're right, Hans. I mean, it's really good. Andres, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Alright, airspeed is good. Airspeed is good. And I also found that I was looking on Amazon for books about flying tail draggers, and I found an absolutely awesome book. Found an absolutely awesome book. There's 800 feet. We're looking good. Absolutely awesome book for flying tail draggers. Like one of those books that you read and you're just like, there were so many little tidbits from this guy that just blew my mind. Alright. A little bit of power out because I want to make sure that 80 knots stays there. Alright. Airspeed is good. Airspeed is good. Power is all the way out. Whoa. Oh, this airplane is actually quite nice to... Whoa, I don't think I'm gonna get... I had to go around because I wasn't gonna get stopped by the time the... I wasn't gonna get stopped by the time I wound up in the drink here. Whoopsie, no. I always get really confused when I try to fly. When I try to fly backwards looking at the airplane, it doesn't work. So let's do some touch and goes at St. Bart's and see if we can get any competence here. Yeah, it's like I fly a lot of different things. I love flying airliners. I love flying the ATR. I love flying the 737. I like the Max. I love the 777. I like even just really basic planes. Like the 150 is great. But this plane is a blast. It's just different things. I'll go through different moods of like, sometimes I'll fly like the ATR for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then I won't touch it for, you know, a month. PAE 146. That's gonna be an adventure to get out of St. Bart's. So St. Bart's was my first flight in place in 2020. This is the other great thing about this plane. Is that it is... Where are you going? Go this way. Come on. Oh, it's going the wrong way. The other cool thing about this plane is that with this touchscreen, it just makes life so easy. Alright, we gotta roll this around to get that heading bug. Jim Bridgman, where are you? I bugged my runway heading. Look at that, Jim. Alright, where am I? Okay, now I know where I am. Alright, so. Traffic. 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 But, yeah, the Max is a great airplane. I actually really like that plane. Just those massive screens. You know? Just those massive screens alone are freaking cool. This thing, it's a little bit small. But then again, might just be my vision. I mean, it certainly is just my vision, but I'm a little bit high here. Alright. So we'll just come out here just a little bit more. So one of the cool things that this book that I've been, this tailwheel book that I read, or that I'm reading, one of the things that the guy, he's an instructor. Yeah, Flipper, I had a pretty big stutter earlier. But one of the things this guy said, I'm gonna go prop full forward, mixture is rich, fuel pump is on, seat belts are secure, we are ready for landing. One of the things this guy was talking about is flying patterns, and he's talking about flying patterns in tailwheels, but it applies to flying patterns in anything. And one of the things he said was, overturn your base turn. In other words, don't make a 90-degree base turn, make like a 120-degree base turn. And the reason why is because you've got a wind into you on your base turn. You've got a crosswind by definition. And it's just such a brilliant, like, there we go, power's all the way out. Yeah, we're still quick this time. I'm just gonna try to get it on the ground a little faster. Whoops, got it on the ground faster, that's for sure. Whoa! Come on. Nope. Hey Mark Carter, what's going on? How are you doing? I'll bring the prop back just a little. Man, I'm telling you, this is not easy. This is not easy. Yeah, you know what, Mark? I have it. I just didn't set it up again. I set up. I had to reinstall my sim, and I just didn't set up FS Realistic again. You're actually absolutely right. Nice, Bob. I may wind up doing. I may wind up doing a lot of time right here at St. Bart's just doing circuits. I may just yeah, that was a bit of a bouncer. And I'm trying to remember what the other tail drag I was flying was. That was such a cool plane. But there's no weight to this airplane. That's part of the problem. But the biggest problem involved in landing this airplane properly is the pilot in question. I'm gonna see if I have.
FS Realistic.
Ha! Mark, I just clicked on FS Realistic and it's loading, so. Oh. I didn't have it set up, so it's starting to make all kinds of crazy noises. Alright. So, the other thing he said was, this guy, this book I'm reading, he said, if you see what I was just doing right there, I'm like trying to look around the wing because the wing's in the way. He said if you're trying to do that in a high wing airplane, the problem is you're not checking for traffic early enough. Checking for traffic right now and making sure it's clear, and then when I make the turn I don't have to worry about it. Makes some sense. Alright, so I'm gonna try bringing the power back now and start slowing down now. Let's see here. And we'll trim this baby out. Trying to stay nice and coordinated in the turns. So, yeah, I just don't have it set up correctly, Mark, so I'm gonna have to do that again. And then we'll have FS Realistic going. Alright. There we go, there's 80 knots. We'll trim for that. And let's let the nose drop. So what I gotta do, I gotta get it slowed down. Nice aviation, dude. I gotta get it slowed down just a little bit more. Alright, prop full forward, mixture is rich, fuel pump is on, seatbelts are secure. Alright, now, vertical speed is fine, my airspeed is too high. Too high, so what we'll do, let's slow that back down. Slow that back down to about 70. Let's see if we can get it down with 70. That's feeling a little bit better there. So, I mean, this thing's not going to stall until 40 knots. I mean, not like I have to really worry about stalling this airplane. Alright. Mixture and prop full forward. Fuel pumps on. Seatbelt secure. Landing checklist complete. Alright. Now, 70 knots. I'm going to bring some more power out. Alright, power's all the way out. Come on, baby. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Am I gonna make it? Oh boy. That was close. Oh boy. Oy, oy, oy. But the funny thing, the great thing about doing this type of flying is that, and I see Bob back there, I see Hans, this is awesome. The great things about, let's see, she's, well, the player names, oh, you know what, I've never tried that, and I meant to, actually. Alright, the one thing that's going to be cool about flying this plane is that it's going to make flying everything else so easy. Like when I get back in the Islander after flying this thing, yeah, exactly. When I get back in the Islander after flying this thing, it's gonna be so easy. And the other thing, you know what? The other thing I don't know, this I shouldn't admit in public, I don't know how to do forward slips. I don't. And I should. I mean, I know how to do them. I'm not comfortable doing them. What do you think? Should we try and go land this thing in Saba? Why not, right? Alright. Lean the mixture here a little bit. We'll turn the fuel pump off. And is that a Caribbean Airlines ATR? No, that's an Iberia ATR, which is even less realistic. Alright, let's go to... Yeah. Whoa. Let's go to the tarmac. How about that first of all? Whoopsie. Sorry. Alright, let's go to... forward slip is when you put your full rudder in one direction and aileron in the other direction to basically turn the body of the airplane into the wind, and that helps you slow down. So we're going TNCS is going to be our destination. And again, the cool thing about this being touchscreen, instead of having to horse around with buttons and knobs and all that fun business, TNCS, enter, activate, boink, off we go. Alright. SimPilot GC, I will definitely accept your friend request. I just can't do... I don't think I can do it. Oh wait, maybe I can. No, hold on. Ha! You know what? I just realized this last time. I can just go like that and then do it. And there you go. Alright, so... just bring in a touch of power here. This thing is really power sensitive because it's 100... I think it's a 180 horsepower engine. And this thing's like the size of a cardboard box. I mean, just super light. Alright. Mark, we can work on that, man. We can work on that. Alright, toes on the brakes. Mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pump is on. Let's go power coming in nice and slowly. And it would be good if I knew which way the wind direction was coming from, because then I could not do this. You really gotta dance to get this thing. Oh, and the other thing is I didn't check the other thing is I didn't check my trim, which is not very smart. Alright. Oh, it never gets old looking at this. It never gets old. Look at Hans. Alright. So... it never gets old. Yeah, Mark, we can work on that, buddy. I mean, a lot of it is like... a lot of it's subjective, but a lot of it also is, you know, I mean, depending on what monitor you have, like what looks good on my screen might not look good on yours. It's kind of tricky, but look at this. This is cool. This thing climbs like crazy. This thing climbs like nuts. And I got the nose forward. I'm holding the yoke forward, and it's just like launching. Because partly because I didn't adjust my trim after I landed. 3060. Alright. Alright, so there we go, coming up in 2900. I'm gonna go for 3000. So I'll pull the power back now. Pull the prop back. And we'll level it off. I don't know what the typical cruise settings are. I'm just going 23 out of like habit, basically. Whoopsie. Alright, let's get that nose down just a little bit. So I don't know if you guys saw, let's see. I don't know if you guys saw, I just posted a review of this airplane this afternoon. And one of the things is the plane is very responsive to flight control inputs, but it's not twitchy. It's just a cool airplane. It's just a cool airplane. Alright. So, let's have a look outside. Look at this. Oh, it is beautiful. There's Jack Ryan. One of my favorite book characters of all time. Chris, what's going on? How you doing? There's Hans Boone cruising along at 700 feet. Mark, the 4K is challenging. 4K is difficult because that's a lot of screen real estate. A380. Jeff, we one of our regular flying buddies, UN, landed the he landed the A320 there. He's put that A320 in some really tight spaces. And Jeff, I have a yeah, I would recommend 2K as well, 1440. I have a 3080 Ti and I'm on 1440 as well. 4K is a lot. It's a lot to ask unless you've got like a, you know, at least a 3080, but really a 4080. Yeah, that's just exactly what I just did in St. Barts. You can see how like twitchy this plane, like it's not twitchy though, it's just super responsive. I just need to learn to do those without losing altitude. You know what I probably need to do is if I push the nose forward a little bit when I'm upside down. Let's try that. Whoops. Yeah, didn't work that time. Alright, hold. Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Totally agree. That's exactly what I do. Alright, let's see here. Once I get out of this cloud. This is so much fun. My foot's falling asleep. Alright, let's try this again here. Yeah, it's as I get upside down, which is when it starts losing altitude. Alright, one more try. That was better. That was better. I pushed the nose forward when the vertical speed started to drop. Hold on, let me try one more time. Let me try one more time. Let's see here. Alright. We'll go to the left. Oh, my problem is I'm focusing on the vertical speed. And I'm not focusing on rolling it out correctly. Yeah, that would be my question too, is if it's smooth. If you got a 3060 and it's smooth at 4K, I'd be surprised. You know, Chris, who knows, you know? I'm just thinking about flight sim, you know? One of the things One of the things I don't really want to contemplate right now. So like your visuals aren't good on the like the ground tiles is what you're talking about? Aviation dude, yeah, the 777 is a great airplane. You know, Chris, one of the things that I've found is that the less I watch the news app, here I am. that's kind of my mood right now. That's kind of been my mood for basically since I got back from vacation. I'm gonna try one more time here. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, the 4K screen is what makes it tough. For sure. Alright. Yeah, I just wish I could see. Wish I could see the screen just a little bit more, a little bit crisper. Let's see here. Oh, you know what I can do? Ooh, let's see here. Wind vector, speed and direction. Let's see here. Oh wow, look at this. Oh wow, check that out. That's amazing. Alright, main menu. There. Okay. Crazy. Look at this. Wild. Oh, I don't have my transponder on. There we go. 9. Back. Where am I here? I'm finding out new things about this airplane. Transponder. Where's my transponder? There we are. Transponder squawk altitude. There we go. Really pretty cool. Alright. Now that makes it even. Well, actually, it doesn't make it more difficult to see. Actually, it's not too bad. Alright. Actually, that's not too bad at all. So. And Jeff, a good trick for TLOD, instead of like 250 or 200 or 150, do it at like an odd number. Put it at like 205 or 195. You might be surprised how much better it looks than 200. It's really weird. I don't know why, but I forget where I heard that. I tried that a long time ago and it works. Oh, I kind of like this double. Kind of like this double panel. I'll leave it like that. Alright. So this is going to be a challenge. I'm going to follow Bob here. I'm going to follow Bob. I'm too high. 5 miles out, 2,500 feet. So, I need to get a new sim chair. My simming chair is like 25 years old. Oh, it's actually literally 20 years old. Probably a little older than 20 years old. And it's not cutting it anymore. Let's see here, 12. What are you doing? Alright. There we go. Alright. So there's somebody in an A320 sitting there. Paolo, what's going on? How are you doing? Good to see you. How are things in the Azores? Alright, we got traffic apparently. Hans is getting left behind a little bit in the old 150, but that's alright. That's another cool plane, the B350. Alright, so things are a bit scary right now. What's going on? Weather-wise, I'm assuming. There's a oh, back surgery. Sorry to hear that, dude. I got a bad back too. I know what that's all about. What back surgery are you having? Test everything out again. Don't leave yourself with too little fuel. But Paolo, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I hope that goes well. Back pain is tough. Back pain is tough. Bob is making a nice approach over there. I like to see that. That is a nice looking approach right there. Awesome, Bob. Or awesome, Paolo. It's one of those things, I mean, it's tricky. Backs are tricky. We're having a good time. This is my new airplane. The Super Decathlon. And it's an absolute blast to fly. This airplane is so much fun. Alright, let's start bringing out some power here. Alright. So the cool thing about this plane, yeah, it's a really cool air. It just came out like maybe 2-3 days ago. I'm getting us slowed down here a little bit, but it's super responsive. See, this is my new thing. I gotta start making my check before I turn, and then I don't have to worry about rubbernecking around the corner of the wing to see, because I know there's nothing there. Alright. So we'll come back to about 1200. I'll go prop full forward. Fuel pump is on. Bring that airspeed back to about 80. I've always found this airport honestly trickier than St. Barts. I think this airport is trickier than St. Barts, and I'm supposed to be at 600 feet right at that stone. And I'm not. Alright, mixture and prop full forward. Few pumps are on. Flaps are non-existent. Gear is down and welded. Definitely got to bring some power out, because if I don't, I'm going to come falling in here at 8,000 miles an hour. Oh, shoot. Alright, well. So much for that. Yeah, Bob, that's the tricky thing about this plane is you can't drop it on, you know? Because if you do, it just bounces. I mean, you gotta make a... Look at this. Woo. Watch the... Look at this. And this thing isn't even stalling. 40 miles an hour. 40 knots, rather. Alright. That's the trick about this plane, is that it doesn't... It doesn't stall, or it doesn't, you can't drop it on. You gotta make... I mean, that's, oh, Flipper, sorry about that. Yeah, there's no flaps on the plane. Alright, let's come around here. Yeah, there's no flaps, which is kind of weird. So it's like... But that's the thing, is if your technique is correct, you're gonna be able to land this plane. It's not that the plane is tricky or anything. It's just you gotta be precise, or else it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Of course, I'd probably be better off like practicing somewhere besides, you know, St. Barts and St. Barts and Seda, but I really want to get this down. Power back to 15. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. But it is fun. It is fun. Yeah, it's for sure. It's for sure. So let me get... Starting to get some speed let off here. But I'm way high. Way high. Alright. Alright, let's come around here. And my new trick, overturn your base. Overturn your base. And then... Alright. Okay. Should be turning final. Should be turning final at about 800 feet. So I'm a little bit high, but I'm out pretty far. Go mixture full forward. Or props full forward, rather. Mixture is set. Alright. We're gonna try this. We had a lot better luck in St. Barts at 70 knots. I think this airport's gonna... I'm gonna have to be even slower. That's the thing, is you get a little slower and it's hard to see over the nose a little bit. Alright, 60 knots. Let's try 60 knots. This thing can't stall. J Russ. So guys, J Russ, if you guys are in J Russ, you should post pictures of your home cockpit in my Discord. I've got a sim setup channel in my Discord. J Russ has one of the craziest sim setups you will ever see. Absolutely stunning what he's done. Absolutely stunning. Alright. Power out a little bit. Mixtures full forward. Yeah, see, even this. A little bit high, a little bit fast. Come on, baby. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is not gonna be close. I'm going off the end. Come on! Shoot! Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, now I'm inverted. This is called inverted flight here, fellas. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, J. Russ, I can't imagine how much work that's been. Alright, so let me restart. I'm gonna load back into Saba. And I will join you guys again here. Yeah, J. Russ is your sim setup is nuts, dude. It's amazing. So let's see here. World map. Oh, the 850. So let's go TNCS. I gotta adjust my. Let's see here. We'll go right here for parking. And let's go. I mean, I guess that's all good. And then once I get there, I will change the time. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. I'm gonna get it. I'll get there. I'll get there. Yeah, Bob, you're gonna be blown away. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. He's got this just unbelievable Airbus setup. Unbelievable. So loading back in. I think maybe. Yeah. All right. Oh, I got all my stuff on again. All right, let's go. It's actually a beautiful night to fly. Look at that. Let's go. Let's go to about 4 p.m. Where do you guys want to fly to? You guys want to fly back to... Let's fly over to Grand Cass. Let's fly over to Grand Cass. TFFG is going to be our destination. So, alright. Rotating beacon on. Master and battery on. Avionics master on. Mixtures and props full forward. I'll wait for this stuff to come up here. Alright, pose on the brakes, gotta crack the throttle about a ½ inch. And okay, start ignitions are ready. Alright, good to go. Hit the space bar when landing. Oh, you know what? I have my space bar set up to do something, so I can't really do that. What does that do, by the way? Alright. That's right. I do love me some VR navigation. J. Russ, let me see if I can find that for you. And I'll put the link here in the chat, and then you'll have it. Where's my channel? There we go. Let's see. J. Russ, there you go. That should do it for you. Alright, so lean the mixture for taxi. And fuel pump is off. We'll go release the parking brake. And let's go flying. It's just gonna be I think whoever's on the runway like forgot that they're there. Yeah, I love VR navigation. All right, nav and strobe lights on. Let's go landing light on. And Hans Boone is off. Hans, are you using the JP Logistics version of that plane? Because that's a really like one of the coolest mods in the world. Now watch this. We're gonna get sucked up by the engine right here. Oh. I mean, you basically have to make like a pretty much a perfect 3-point landing to land this thing. I think you're supposed to make 3-point landings in this thing, which I stink at. But the cool thing, like I said, the cool thing is that once I get this plane down, even before I get this plane down, like everything else is gonna be so much easier to fly. Alright, there's mixture full forward. Is there any... There's gotta be some sort of... Wondering if there's like backlighting, but I guess not. Guess not. Alright, we'll go fuel pump on. Mixtures in prop full forward. Yeah, the JPL 152 is such a great plane. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. See, that's... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no wonder it's like a wicked crosswind. And you can't do crosswinds in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, at least not on the ground. This thing climbs like crazy. Alright, let's go. TFFG. Whoops. You know what's kind of cool is I'm noticing from flying around this area. I never fly around. I'm always on VATSIM, so I don't never flying around like just with like live like live traffic of other, you know, like other players, right? And it's kind of cool because there's a ton of people flying around here, which is pretty neat. You know? Oh, that's why. So they've got... Oh, that's right. So that's another cool thing about this plane. It's got... this little flashlight. I just don't know how to use it. I don't know how to turn it on. But it's a cool plane. Or a cool little feature. Yeah, it's pretty cool, no, Bob? I mean, it's kind of... the one thing... I mean, you kind of got to be... Look at that. You kind of got to be willing just to be a little kamikaze. Because, like, I mean, you're going to get people that are, like, have different levels of taking it seriously. You know what I mean? And you just kind of got to be okay with that. But otherwise, it's freaking fun. I mean, knowing that these are, like, all different kinds of people from, like, all over the place. Just out here having fun is so cool. It really is. It really is. Alright, 1,000 feet AGL was a long time ago. Let's turn our fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is good. And... I'm telling you, I like this airplane so much. Yeah, real weather looks great. Airman Flyer, thank you so much, sir. if you were here a little while ago, I didn't fly safe. I crashed. But it was fun. It was fun. Alright, pulling the prop back here. But that's the wild thing, is being able to, like... Nice, J. Russ. Check those out, guys. His sim setup is unbelievable. So I'm just aiming for the left side, or the right side rather. Of St. Martin here. But like, it's just kind of fun to be like, it's just kind of fun to be able to just be going along like this, and then just like for no particular reason just go. Oh wait, I'll show you. Here's the other party trick. You ready for this one? Alright, so I think you're supposed to go prop full forward for any of these maneuvers. So let's go do 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 do. Yep. Okay. So we'll head for St. Martin. Hey Kashif, how you doing? Oh whoops, I'm still losing altitude here. I mean, I gotta maintain altitude. This is no good at all. Kashif, I'm sorry you can't join us, man. I'm sorry that your sim is still... I mean, you're still in, like, self-protective mode, right? Because you got some weather down there, I think you were saying? Gotta climb back up to 3,000 feet here. It's just weird doing this. Oh shoot, I just pressed something. I just pressed... Shoot. Come on. Alright, there we go. I have a button. Oh, you know what, Kashif, I have a PC that is in the same situation. That I have I have a PCU that's out on the fritz. For my work computer, but it's only my work computer, so I don't really care. If it was my sim computer, it'd be a different story. Let me try inverted flight again here. Whoopsie. So yeah. Gotta get ourselves leveled off here. Whoopsie. Alright, so. And you can fly inverted for up to 2 minutes. I probably should turn the fuel pump on. Probably a good idea. Now let's go full power. And let's try to flip it up this way. No, that's not gonna work. Alright. But it's such a fun plane to fly. And like, I've never been into aerobatics. I've never been into aerobatics at all. But it's just so much fun. Mark, I have my space bar. This is what my space bar does. It just goes outside. So I've changed like all my. I have like all my own settings. There's St. Barts right there. You're not landing right there right now. Yeah, Kashif, I've got one like I keep getting a blue screen of death on my work computer, and it's telling me and basically the warning that I'm getting is that my what's the word I'm looking for? That my power unit, my PSU is dying. Alright, so now I want to figure... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's on. Okay. I don't know how I turned that on. Let me look over here. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I know how to turn that on, at least. So. But isn't this a cool little plane? And it moves too. I mean, we're doing well. I mean, I guess it's not that fast, but 140 knots, not too bad. And yeah, it basically tells me it's gathering information and shutting down programs, and then after like 10 seconds it just dies. But yeah, it's a little weird, but it's like a 7-year-old computer at this point. It's actually my old sim PC. Actually my old sim computer. Whoopsie, that was too much. I need to figure out exactly at what point. See that? I'm losing too much altitude. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only plausible. I've looked up the error code, and it says that it's a hardware problem and likely PSU. And I've never had this before, Kashif, so I'm really 100% sure. Alright, one more. See, I'm still at the end. Alright, one more. It takes precision. Bugger. Yeah, for sure. So takes precision to do that. It's really tricky. And it's fun. Weird, because obviously your control inputs are opposite, right? When you're flying upside down. So in order to stop dropping altitude, you have to push the nose down. Oh, you know what, Kashif, that might be it. I know a fair amount about computers, but I don't really know anything about the hardware side of computers. Okay, I need to go this way a little bit. No. Oh shit. Gotta do things the opposite way. This is so funny. Kashif, I'll send you what the error code that it's given me. I'll send you what that is, and if you can give me any insight, I would appreciate it. Nothing to see here, just flying the St. Martin. Alright. Such a fun little airplane. Nice, brother, I appreciate that. What's he flying? BL8. But see, I don't find, like, so the other option for doing this type of flying would be like the extra 300, and I just don't find the extra 300 interesting. I just don't find it interesting. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know how you guys feel. This I find interesting. This is a fun little airplane. Okay, Kashif, that sort of makes sense, right? I mean, loss of power means no more go. So let's see here. Well, it's a good thing you have something to use, you know. So I'm gonna come around the island here at 1500. I'll bring that power back in here just a little bit. Alright. So I'm definitely gonna start working on my aerobatics now. It is just fun. Man, this looks beautiful, doesn't it? Looks so beautiful. Gosh, I love this part of the world. SBH. Now I want to find one of these things in real life and fly it. Tailwheel flying is tough. Not easy. Not easy. It shuts off from me. The other thing I don't have is a backup of any kind. Like a battery backup. Or a power backup of any kind. Oh man, my butt is sore from sitting in this chair. I gotta get a new chair. Alright, none of this, none of this. None of this climbing business. Alright. I was in that hotel right there in 2021. There's a bar right here. And they have the best view right there. The best view of St. Barts rather. You just sit there staring at St. Barts. Freaking cool. Alright. Now one thing they don't want you to do when you're flying over here is to annoy the people on the ground over here, so I'm gonna angle it out just a little bit. Boy, it is beautiful here at night, isn't it? PSU's back. You're back at PSU. Yeah. Alright. Keep an eye out here. Whenever you fly off the departure end of the runway, you gotta keep your head on a swivel. So you don't get your, so you don't become a hood ornament. I wonder where all these people are from. Cool to see. Alright. Bring a couple hundred RPM out here. Alright, we'll try to keep it in tight to the shore here. I forget what the name of that little island is. Great engine sounds too. If you I don't know what you guys think. I think the engine sounds in this are fantastic. Nice. Look at this. There's somebody in the same plane. That's awesome. Alright. Whoopsie. Alright, we're at 1,000 feet. Let's chill out here. Alright. Oh, I didn't set my, I didn't bug my runway heading, did I? No, I did not. So there we go, about 1,200 right there. This right here is, that right there is the best beach in St. Barts. Best beach in St. Barts, hands down. There's like nothing there. There's no restaurants, no anything, but the beach is absolutely unbelievable. Alright, so no flaps. Don't have to worry about that. Twitch boy! Alright. We'll power to about 15, props to about 21. And we'll start down. Start down about 400 feet a minute. See if we can do that here. And let's overturn our base, but I'm looking for a specific spot right on the edge of that. Right on the edge of where the beach comes in here. Right there, that's where I want to be aimed. Alright, toes are ready on the rudders. Little bit too much speed. Start turning in too early. It's always better to turn in too early. Alright, and we'll go prop full forward, fuel pump on. Mixture is rich. Seatbelts are secure. We are good to go for landing. A little bit high, so we will pull some power. Keep that airspeed at 80. And this is going to be a little bit of a crosswind landing, so this should be fun. Airspeed is okay. Alright. Power all the way out. And that's how you gotta land it on one wheel, like that. And I sort of did it, actually. It wasn't really too bad. Wasn't really too bad at all. Alright. Not too bad. I'm actually not too disappointed in that one. That was fun. This is like my new favorite airplane. It really is. It's just so cool. Alright. Taxi over here, find you fellas. This is just such a fun airplane. Maybe I can't turn that off, or maybe I can't open the door until, yeah, the weather's freaking gorgeous. If I didn't have to go meet Mrs. Island Sim Pilot, I would do a little bit more flying, but I want to go pick her up. Oh no, dude, that's not annoying at all, Fluffer. Not annoying at all. Yeah, the lightning strikes, right? Alright, we'll pull it up here. And there we go. Mixture idle cutoff. Let's set the parking brake. Lights coming off. Landing light off. Let's go mags off. Avionics master. Master and battery. Come back here, open our door. Isn't that cool? I mean, I just think this is the coolest little airplane. I really do. I really like this airplane. And I would be remiss. Look at that. I would be remiss if I didn't thank ORBX for this. ORBX and Hangar Studios 713, they gave me this airplane for free, which was very, very generous of them. And I am super glad to show it off because it's just such a cool little airplane. But Hans, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. And oh, Flifford, you don't have to apologize. Seriously, not at all. Not at all. We're all having fun. As long as you're having fun, I'm having fun. We're good to go. But yeah, this is a hoot. I just love this little airplane. And it's like a challenge, you know? The one thing, I'm trying to remember the, there was that other tail dragger that I had a while ago that I kind of got into for a little bit, and it's a fun plane, but it's tough to fly. It was the Denark mod. Oh, the Beach 18. The Beach 18. And that was a really, really fun plane to fly, but the only problem with it is it's hard to manage the engines, and it's hard to get the engines set up. Like, it's hard to start the engines, hard to get like the plane set up and everything. So it's a fun plane to fly. It's a cool tail dragger, but it's just difficult to get going. Whereas this plane is just hop in and go. It's super, super simple. And just a blast. I wonder if I almost feel like my, let's see. I almost felt like my online functionality was off because the top of these hills are so kind of bland. But these hills in real life, when you're here, these hills are so tall. Like, it's hard to describe like how low down in this valley you are. But so, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really, really fun time. I appreciate everybody coming out on short notice, and looking forward to getting back to being more consistent with this and getting more flying in with you guys. I really appreciate everybody coming out. Flipper, Hans Boone, Bob, Jeff, Kashif, thanks again. I hope you're up and running soon, Kashif. Hans, you as well. Have a great night. I really appreciate you coming out. And thanks, Flipper. I really appreciate that. I hope you're well also. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Mark, good to see you as well. And Airman Flyer was in here a little bit before. Jay Russ was here. You guys got to go in the Discord and check out Jay Russ's sim setup. You're not going to believe it. Unbelievable. Airman Flyer was here. Aviation Dude 95. And Paolo, I hope you do well with your back surgery, brother. I hope everything's good with you. And Chris, if you're still here, thanks again for popping out, and hope everybody has a good night. And I may aim to do this on Friday again if we get a chance, if work time, works out and everything. But I'll let you guys know. And in the meantime, I hope everybody's doing well. Happy hump day, and enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Take care.